goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new-ish, I guess, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's Leatherface by Neca. This is the one that says who will survive and what will be left of them, which is really sick. I haven't seen this movie in years. Very long time ago. I remember scared the shit out of me. I remember there's one part that they show in this movie where he gets the girl's hair and face and nasty, very not for the poor-hearted. I'm not a huge horror fan. I've said that several times, but this is one of the few movies that I really do enjoy. Very gory, very mature, very not kid-friendly. But anyway, taking a look at the packaging here, you get to see the who will survive and what will be left of them, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What happened is true. Now the motion picture that is just as real. So this is based off a true story, which is kind of crazy. On the side here, Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the ears stitched on. Neca, real toys. Same thing on the top there. All the stitches on the other side, just more stitches. Really nasty. On the bottom here, there's more stitches, legalese, barcode. Found this one at Target if you guys are looking for it. On the back here, there's an awesome read-up. There is Leatherface with all of his, some of his accessories and things like that. There's the accessory that I was talking about down there, but we'll get to that when we talk about it. But yeah, it looks very, very cool. Open it up inside, you get a nice product image of the figure with some stuff on the wall on the back that you do not get with the figure, which is totally fine. And then you get the figure, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. But without further ado, let's go ahead and cut this guy open. Taking Thomas out of the box. Damn, this is awesome. It doesn't have a crazy amount of articulation, but then again, I don't think it really needs to be. He does come with a bunch of cool accessories, very unique things for him, and the figure itself is really, really awesome. So it was one big surprise with this figure. When I opened it, I didn't realize that this was soft goods. This is a piece of pleather, and it's soft goods. I didn't realize that his apron was like that. I thought it was a hard piece of plastic, and I was going to be like, oh, that's lame. But then I open it, and I see the beads in the bag, and I'm like, what are they drying? That's interesting. But turns out that this was soft goods, so this is awesome. But taking a look at the head sculpt here, that looks nice. I mean, ugly nice. No one wants to see that nice, but it looks nice nonetheless. The hair looks really sculpted very welly. God, I'm running out of things to say here, but I love the teeth painted all nice. That expression looks cool. You get the stitches all along the human skin, which looks super, super cool. You get his shirt, which is painted very nicely with this dirty brown wash. The sculpt on the back looks really nice. You get the sleeves that are cut off here. And then you get the bone bracelet, or the tooth bracelet, I think it was, which looks really cool. You get the hands with some blood painted all the way around it. Kind of muscular arms, but not overly muscular arms. And then the ball peg for the wrist does not look ugly. There's a wash, kind of heavy in certain places. This bracelet is a separate piece, though. The wash along the body looks nice. His tie is under there. I think it's kind of supposed to be out, but mine kind of got tucked in. It doesn't really bother me either way. I kind of like it tucked in a little bit more, but the tie is painted nice. If you can see it in there, the tie is painted nice. And then, like I said, this apron looks great. It's got dirt and blood printed onto it. Man, that looks really good. Really good. And then under it is just, some bluish, dark blue pants kind of thing, bluish black pants that look good. And then you get his boots that have some dirt on them, as they should with the shed. But this looks great. This is actually tied on. I'm not fucking with that. I'm going to leave that just the way it is because it looks great. It doesn't get in the way of taking pictures or anything like that. I like this a lot. He looks really, really good. And you look at it and you know immediately, oh, that's Leatherface. That's Thomas Hewitt. That looks really, really good. I mean, it's a grim subject. I mean, it is a mass murderer who did terrible things in action figure form, but kind of if you know that that's what you're getting into, then it does represent that nice. So, as promised, he does come with a bunch of cool accessories. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So Leatherface does come with a bunch of different stuff, including an alternate Pretty Woman head where he puts the wig on to go to dinner, I believe it is, or something like that. He does have a completely different face, which is creepy as shit, but it looks awesome. The top of the hair looks nice with the bald spot on there. You can see his actual hair under there. The wig looks really good. It definitely conveys that scene really good. You can see the stitches like from the back of the mask kind of like being pulled together now. That looks really, really cool. Same thing on the other side. You get his ears, and then the paint on the head looks really, really nice, just as much as the other head. So I like that a lot. He does come with a chainsaw, as he should. I mean, that's probably like his most iconic weapon. You get nice blood on there. That looks really nice. YouTube, this is not real blood, so be nice to me, but you get a little bit there. That looks awesome. Mine, I think, did break, but it doesn't bother me at all because it actually makes it easier to put his hand in there, so I like that a lot. The other side looks really, really nice. I like that like a lot. It looks awesome. You do get a cleaver, which looks good. No blood on this. And then the handle is painted nice. You get a mallet of some sort, so like the meat mallet. That looks really cool with the spiked end, and then nice silver paint on there. You get a crook, I believe this is called. It's just kind of like a big hook with the red paint on the end. I won't say the B word anymore, but nice silver paint on there as well, and it is kind of pointy, so you might want to watch yourself there. And then the last thing it comes with is like a little blade, but I don't know specifically. I don't really remember if this was a specific blade, but he holds everything very well. He only comes with one pair of hands, but it's kind of all he needs to hold everything. I am definitely going to have him with the chainsaw, but that's me personally. And to get him to hold that, I usually put that side in first. I'm going to switch out the head again, just to, because I think this is the most iconic look that people are going to want to see. Bend the elbow, make sure you grab it right there, and boom. Damn, he's about to F shit up. So I like that a lot. That looks really, really cool. Him holding the chainsaw is a very nice touch, and something that I think this is going to be the main look for him that people are going to want to do. As for Leatherface's articulation, his head is going to move upwards, not too much, only about that far, down, pivot side to side, and rotate 360. This doesn't get in the way at all. Shoulders are going to move upwards that far, down. They'll rotate around 360. You do get a swivel at the elbow, single jointed elbow that moves in that far. It'll go straight, it's fine. And then a little strange, he has like a ball peg at his hand, at the wrist, so it'll go up that far, down, but then you can kind of get it to go side to side too. So I guess that makes sense for like chainsaw holding hands, but I've just never seen Neca do that. So it's like a ball joint at the waist, so little stiff, but he will rotate. Try to lift this up for you. He will rotate. He's got a little bit of a belly, so he'll crunch forward only that far, back that far, pivot side to side, and like I said, he does rotate. So definitely enough for Leatherface. The hips move outwards, full splits, down. They do kick forward that far. He's a little squeaky, but it's totally fine. Thigh cut. Single jointed knee that only moves in that far, which is kind of weak, not gonna lie. And then the ankles move down, up, and pivot a little bit, but they do rotate. So I think it could be better, but for Leatherface, it's totally fine. I like it a lot. So for him, it works fine. It could be a little bit better, but I think the ball joint at the waist was a really nice implication of some cool articulation, but overall, fairly basic. So unfortunately, I don't really have anything to compare him to. Nothing really here that would make sense. I have the closest thing to a straight up horror figure I have, besides like Frankenstein or the Universal Monsters, I have Ghostface. And that's pretty much it. I wouldn't mind getting a Freddy Krueger and a Michael Myers and a Jason, but I would probably end there. I do have the original Pennywise as well, but none of them are with me right now, so I wouldn't mind getting a Neca. Like I said, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, like the main slashers, just because they're so iconic, and I wouldn't mind putting them together on a shelf, but I wouldn't get every version of every character by any means, but it is cool getting Leatherface. He is a 7-inch scale figure, so he's a little bit bigger than like your Marvel Legends and things, but if you really wanted to fudge him in there, I consider him more of a bigger character anyway, so I think it would work. But with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today, so I know you guys are wondering, yo, Ant, what are you thinking of this figure? And I gotta say, it is awesome. Like, again, it's a little weird talking about like a mass serial killer and being like, it is awesome, but in terms of action figures, it is really well done. And Neca does an amazing job with anything they put their hands on, and it's really shown in a figure like this. Such a grim thing being turned into such an awesome toy. So, with that being said, I'm going to give this a rating of 9 out of 10. I think alt hands would have been nice. But other than that, I mean, he's really well done. And I think the articulation is perfectly fine for a character like Leatherface. So, that's all I got for today. And if you have not already, be sure to do yourself and me a favor and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It is greatly appreciated when you do that. We're about at 400 right now, and at 500 I will be doing a live stream to talk to you guys. Finally, interact with my community a little bit more. I think that'd be super fun. So, all your support goes a long way. I really greatly appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. Be sure to like my pictures on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram if you're not already. But that's all I got for today. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. And as always, let me know. You coppin'? Peace.